Welcome back, everybody. We're back with more Sim Airport today. After my success managing my one runway, one gate airport, we've finally been given the okay for some expansion. There's just a couple caveats this time. First of all, we can't expand the footprint of the terminal building. So all the improvements and growth that we do here is going to have to occur inside this building. In addition, the Airport Authority has made clear that they expect me to have $5 million on hand within the next 10 days. Well, it took us 40 days to make our first million, so let's see if we can make 5 times that amount in 25% of the time. By the way, if you enjoyed this, be sure to like, subscribe, consider joining the channel here on YouTube, or perhaps supporting over on Patreon. It really helps. Okay, so we're picking up pretty much exactly where we left off in the last video. $1,069,000 in the bank, we're on day 40. We have until the end of day 50 here to hopefully get 5 million bucks in the bank, and we can expand, but we cannot make the terminal bigger. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We have authorization, we can expand this runway if we would like, and we can add more gates and whatnot to this terminal if we want to. Well, I think first thing we're gonna do is increase our runway length. But to do that, we're gonna need to hire some more builders. So let's see what we've got here. Workman 4. We're going to be growing rather aggressively here. So let's go ahead and go up to, let's go to 12. Add an additional 8 people. We'll go ahead and zoom back in here to kind of get a recap on what we've got going on. We've got security, we've got an arcade, we've got a store, ATM, vending machines, a nice little cafe here, but we do only have one runway and one gate right now. So the way that we're going to be doing our expansion is up. During the last video, and I didn't talk about it much, but I did actually build out a little bit of area here on the second floor. I didn't end up using it. I thought maybe I could put more bathrooms or something up here, but it was ultimately irrelevant. We also have a third floor. Now I know that if I'm going to build a longer runway, I'm going to need to close the runway for at least a little while that happens. So first thing we're going to do here is place another gate so that we can have a little bit of scheduling leeway as it relates to the construction we're going to be doing. Another issue we've been running into that I technically resolved last time is traffic out here. We can double up on these roads now. Let's see how much that costs. Oh my gosh, that is expensive. Oof, we're not doing that. Everybody can just wait while we unload things. That works for me. Let's see, okay, so we'll have one gate right there, because what's gonna happen when we expand this runway is it's gonna be closed for a while. And so then we're gonna have a lot of flights that are scheduled out here that are not gonna be able to land for however long it takes to do that improvement. But then if we can maybe, you know, close it for 4 hours during the AM time frame, we can have 2 gates. You know, we could move this WestJet down to the other gate, and then we can free up, you know, perhaps 3 or maybe 6 hours of time where we wouldn't have any scheduled flights if we use the 2 gates. So first things first, we got to get this built, and then we'll extend the runway. You know, I wonder, hang on, can we extend the runway? Too short for aircraft. Oh, but we can still build it. We can get a little bit of benefit out of this. Let's see, we'll go ahead and go out there. Good. And then when it comes time to connect all this, it'll just be a matter of taking out those lights and then installing the lights on the new runway.
Altimeter 3011. All departures contact claims delivery on 119.3 prior to taxi. Device initial contact Evadis Tango.
Information Tango, current. Again with the aggressive taxiing, that's cool. So now what we're going to start doing is moving some flights around. Let's see, the best time to do this would probably be in the wee hours. So let's move WestJet down here. So now we've got a 3-hour block of time where there will be no flights. And we can do the same thing over here. Boom. We've got 6 hours of no flights scheduled when it comes time to connect these 2 runways. That we should be able to get stuff done. Okay. This is obviously not sustainable in any long-term sort of mechanism here. Let's go ahead and start building out the 2nd floor while we're thinking about it. Ugh. My gosh, it is pricey. Ugh, man. Smooth $250,000 right there, no big deal. Good, okay. Construction continues on our longer runway. Maybe by tomorrow morning we'll be able to actually make that happen. So with that though, how are we gonna do these other gates? We're gonna go with larger gates. Extra large. Oh, goodness. Alright, well that would work, and that connects. There are only certain places you can put these, so that would connect to the building appropriately. Alright, what about large? It just won't work. We're not allowed to extend our footprint here. I'd like to go with some large gates. That's not gonna work. Oh, that might work if we close up part of the store. That could work. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put one right there. Whoops. And then we'll try and put another one right there. You know, we could put one down there. That's interesting. You know what I am just gonna do here for drop-offs here. Hang on. Let's see if we can give people like a route around what we've got going on here. Because we are going to be building a lot here. 1, 2. Let's see. Okay, and then we'll just have it going down here like this. So that the people just kind of have to deal. Buses are backing up here. Oof. That's getting built. Good. Very standard. Construction immediately off the departure end of a runway. I mean, not even... I'd have 200 feet. Absolute maximum 200 feet. Probably more like 50. Standard. That's how we do. That's how we do things, okay? It's fine. Kind of thinking we might need some more construction people. Let's go up to 15 here. They're gonna be stuck in traffic heck for a while here. We need more people focused on unloading. There are gonna be people like literally missing flights here. I want all of you guys just to do, you know, all of this is low priority. You guys gotta go help with the packages. This is ridiculous. All right, if we're not careful, we just might get that done. Now another thing that we're gonna have to look at here is extending security. Even if we are using the 2nd and 3rd floors for just assorted things, we're gonna need more bandwidth to get in to the airport. So let's see here. We could take the security zone out like that. We do have remote security check stations and bag scanning devices and whatnot, but that stuff's not common, particularly at an airport of this size. We're not worried about that. Oof. The sweet sound of construction begins. As we build this road that's not going to actually provide us any money or benefit. Our construction of these roads requires an awful lot of jackhammering. It's not like we're taking out the cement, okay? We're putting the cement in. Should be flattening. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and go like right there. Right there. Right there. And of course the trash can's in the way. Why wouldn't it? Obviously we still have people walking out straight through security. That's fine. Doesn't even hurt my feelings. And we'll go out like that for the next one. And then out like that for the next one. And out like that for one that isn't. Oh no! Well, that didn't. Oops, that did not go well. Frustrated. Oh, they just flat out missed their flight. That's okay. I mean, I feel like that person was just late. You know, at some point that is not my fault. You know, if you're just angry, not a lot I can do for you. Okay, good. Aircraft still vaguely violating regulations. If your nose wheel ends up in the dirt, at least here in the United States, you know, that's a problem. I did want to point out here that we've got these gates. You know, the aircraft is pulling up, and then the people are exiting on stairwells, basically. But then they're just kind of out walking around the airplane. That's somewhat unusual at many airports in the United States. But if you do happen to travel to smaller airports, or particularly around Europe, that's standard. I mean, you are walking past the front of the engine. You know, it's not running. But when you exit the plane, you know, these are not people walking down an elevated gate that is moved into position on the plane. That'll be the next type of gate that we build here in just a little while. Good, now we got a passenger bus. These people can now get around these supply trucks. Unless that passenger bus just happens to pull in here and get stuck. I cannot be held accountable for that passenger bus making a terribly, terribly bad decision. Like that, there is no one to blame but you. Bathrooms are getting a little full, not gonna lie. Gonna have to tweak that. Gonna have to move that wall, basically, is what's gonna have to happen. Airport Authority only said I couldn't expand the terminal footprint. They didn't say anything about making it smaller, okay? When it really does come down to, you know, construction at airports and that sort of thing, the project management, like the actual, you know, this step will lead to this step will lead to this step is tremendously important. Good project managers are tremendously important in aerospace. You know, I talk, just by nature of the channel, I talk a lot about being the pilot. But if you're just interested in aerospace, there are tons of career opportunities just to be around it, even if maybe your vision isn't good enough, or you get motion sick in planes or something like that. Heck, the first time I was doing flight training when I was in I forget, some little small Piper, I think it was. But I got claustrophobic in the clouds at night, like the flashing of the lights and that sort of thing. Like, I didn't know if flying was going to even be for me. Ultimately, I was able to kind of work through it, but you know, there are real issues out there that prevent some people from really getting into aerospace. But you know, if you're interested in marketing or program management or human resources or sales or, you know, anything here, you know, construction, you know, the construction regulations around things like runways and that sort of stuff are ridiculous. You know, you will be able to find a career around aerospace, even if you are not actually flying aircraft, if you want. So, you know, don't give up on that if that's important to you. Being able to just be around and see the planes can be tremendously therapeutic, frankly. Even when times when I'm not flying, it's kind of nice just to go for a drive and go see if anybody's out flying at the local small airport. You know what else we should probably do here is sort out the queuing. We are gonna have to make this just a little bit more organized. Alright, we are gonna need to redo security here at some point too. A lot of moving pieces at this point here. This is gonna be good someday. I mean, not right now, obviously. Obviously not right now. But we're getting there. These jackhammers are killing me too. Are you guys about done up here? This is ridiculous. Okay, our approval really took a hit that day, but by golly, we are coming back around, okay? Ooh, WestJet 2457, was that one of them? Yeah, okay. So beginning at 3 a.m., we have a 6-hour window to get some construction done. We definitely do not have enough seating at this point. We'll sort that out in a minute. Right now, you know, our biggest focus right now is just getting people in here. The fact that there's 7 people deep waiting for that bathroom stall in the men's room, no big deal. Yep, good. Good. Look at the dance of the aluminum butterflies here. Look at that. Beautiful. And there's the other arrival. Okay, now once those two aircraft leave, we're doing it. We're connecting at least that bit of runway. Get out of my airport. You are late leaving. That was not my fault. Okay. Now let's see what we can do. Requires researching runway intersections. Cannot merge two runways. What? Ugh, ridiculous. That was not what I was expecting to be a problem with this. I'm just sure that people out there knew that this was what was going to happen. I don't want to build intersecting runways. That's the thing. I want to build one big runway. So let's make that happen, Let's everybody get out there and destroy that thing. And what we're going to do is upgrade this. We're just waiting. Just waiting for you guys to take it down. There we go. Boom. Can we get it done? We got until 9 a.m. to get this done. We got 2 hours. You got 2 hours to finish that runway. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Oh, wow. All right. That was worse than it needed to be. I won't lie to you. I'm just gonna have them dismantle that over there too. While they're at it. Okay, good. This is gonna get uglier before it gets better, I suspect. I mean, it's still, you know, fend for yourself in terms of how to get out of here. But frankly, once you've landed and you're trying to exit my airport, you're not my problem. Like, I really don't care at that point. You know, if your bag's missing or, you know, our system is just terrible over here, like, that's just not my issue. You're gonna blame the airline for losing your bags wherever your connecting flight was from. It's gonna be great. Let's see here. We need to get our taxiways built. And I recognize that you can do one-way taxiways on this, but I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now. Hopefully the air traffic controllers will not let us down here. Fingers crossed. We are going to lower our fuel prices. Track market plus 10%. Okay, and what that's going to do, more aircraft are going to buy fuel from us. We're going to need that. Just want to dismantle that wall, and that wall, and that wall, and then what we're going to do... should probably just put in a bunch of windows over there. I mean, frankly, the second floor, this whole place should be windows. Anybody who designs an airport and does not put just unlimited windows where people have, you know, good ability to see the planes. Absolutely terrible people. Absolutely terrible people. With security just being such a catastrophe down here, we'll see how this works in terms of will people go past the first one over to the second one. I'm not sure. We'll see once we've got some staff in here. Yeah, they are. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. We might be able to get another couple in there then. All right. Now, we're also going to basically recreate the bathrooms directly above where they currently exist. Because, so it's what, 1 square off. Because that's a practical effect of the plumbing. The same plumbing that's allowing those bathrooms to function down there would likely be supporting the bathrooms on the second floor as well. And so it makes sense, by golly. Plenty of windows for the bathroom, of course. I mean, why not, you know? You know, we are not really going to do much except get these toilets going. Now, I mean, if you're going to be using a toilet like this, I mean, you're going to want to be facing the aircraft, you know? The bathrooms up here are, of course, going to be a little bit crowded, but best place to go, you know? Lots of people have their, you know, favorite toilets. What is the chef doing out there? What are you doing, man? You can't get back because of this wall I built? Oh, okay, alright. Alright. That is some dedication. There's a really good tree by that guy. He nailed it. If you've noticed on any of my other flight sim videos or anything like that, my tail number, the tail number on my airplane is always Tree 459er Foxtrot. Always had a good time. I would over-enunciate Tree 459er when controlling. You know, security's just a catastrophe. Just don't even worry about it. You know, these people who are walking through kind of getting slowed down and that sort of thing. Like, it is what it is. Just embrace it. Again, you're leaving though, so I just genuinely don't care. Okay, no. Here, you know what stinks is that in the game here, the baggage people are your workmen. In real life though, the baggage people, probably the gate agents and the check-in staff would all be employees of the airlines. So we wouldn't even have to worry about these people. We wouldn't have to worry about whether Wes, good old workman Wes here, can get through security effectively or not. Wait until 3 a.m. Oh, good. Look at that. Look at that restroom right there. Bam. That second bathroom opened up for the ladies upstairs. Quite the change, huh? Plus, you know, if you're adventurous enough, just leave the stall door open, look out over the plains. I know the guys will. And so now we can get out here and build this runway, by golly. We're also down to 76,000 bucks at this point. We need more passengers. Oh, we got there. Whew. An hour before the next scheduled flight. So reminder, at this point we've got the Pappies right here. These are lights that kind of glide or indicate how well you're following the glide slope. Generally they're way out at the end of the runway, but you know, obviously we've got them in the middle of the runway here because of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Afternoon flights, 7:37 and a 7:07. Oh, you know what? Boy, okay. So we need all the large flights that we can because the large planes only work with the large gates. Like I can't even put a 737 at a large gate. Shoot. Oh yeah, a couple overnight 707s. Yeah, we can make those work. We can make those work real nice. Okay, let's see if we can get you in there as well. Well, I think we've made a bit of progress here in terms of number of flights and whatnot. Fingers crossed. Ah, goodness gracious. Now we've got one fuel truck who's going to be, you know, possibly doing the work of all of these. So we actually might build a bigger hangar. I really think we're going to need to buy more fuel, frankly. Let's see how we're doing. Fuel services, 19 flights are probably going to need fuel, we believe. Needing a lot more fuel than we even have capacity for. What we can do is build one right there, maybe one right there.
Cap 4 traffic between 10 and 11 o'clock and 2 miles bound out in the case 1,600, type unknown.
Oof, got a VFR target. It's always scary when you've got somebody on your radar scope that you're not talking to. At least they've got an altitude hit on that aircraft, so you know that it is an aircraft and not like a bird or something like that. But primary targets, like just dots that show up on your radar screen, they can be, you know, birds or big trucks driving down roads in certain areas. It is, it's pretty incredible. You know, okay, so we've got a nice little shop downstairs. Nice little cafe for people to go check out. Let's see what we can build just in terms of something that's already kind of existing here. Like a bar. Okay, we'll put it right next to the bathroom, right at the top of the stairs, and see if anybody's interested. We're gonna have to staff it, so we'll see how that goes. And up here, maybe we'll go ahead and just drop in our customary vending machines, drink vending, and of course an ATM. Because why not? Alright, now at this point, I really think that we're gonna need to think about upgraded buses, first of all. We're gonna need to do some upgraded buses. It's already this busy, and we're about to have 2 gates with 300 people, you know, coming in fairly aggressively. I don't even have enough to expand out here if I wanted to right now in terms of cash and income. At this point, what we've had is tremendous outlays without any corresponding increase in revenue, at least right now. But we got 8 days left. You just know what's going to get us here is when 4 planes need fuel all at the same time. Whoa, hey, there we go, there we go. See, now at a different airport, by golly, there it is. At a different, like a real airport or something like that, you would have maybe the fire department come out and do like a water salute to, you know, a new type of, or a new aircraft service that was coming in. Oh shoot, we need trash cans. Don't let it, I was only missing for a second. Oh, we're $500,000 in the hole here because I bet fuel, yeah, fuel sold. Ouch. Well, you know, honestly, I think we can get more flights in here. We're getting people through pretty darn fast. We're good. We're doing just fine. We're keeping lots of people happy. We're doing lots of good things. Hoo boy. We're starting to have some trouble with people checking in. It's almost like there's something wrong with my process. I don't know. Alright, we're going market plus 50% here. Let's see what we can do. What is all of this trash? Where are my janitors? Do I need to hire more? You guys saying that the 3 of you weren't enough to deal with like exponentially more staff? Ridiculous. Well, I'll tell you what's happening here. We simply do not have the bandwidth to get people through security. We're making some money here. We got a lot of flights coming on, a lot of flights going through, but we cannot get people through security fast enough. Despite my most ridiculous efforts. Gotta go ahead and go to garbage every 2 hours. I mean, this whole area is full. We still got garbage over here on the floor. Like, it is a real problem for us. My gosh, we need so many more janitors. Alright, 4 more janitors inbound. They were very clear that I couldn't expand the footprint of the terminal, but they didn't say anything about subterranean expansion, okay? We're doing it. I have no idea how 74% of passengers are happy with this. They're not able to make their flights. Okay, we have got to change some things here. So we're going to basically take this second big gate down to like half its capacity. Hopefully the staggered schedules here will allow for some catching up for our security groups periodically. I'm not optimistic. Be completely honest with you. I'm not optimistic at this point. We are up to $90,000 though. Well, our security issue has at least sorted itself out. We've gone down rather a lot in our scheduled flights, so that's not great, but you know, it's working. Boy, day 48, we're back up to $500,000. Satisfaction's back up again. Whew, what a mess this has been. Well, after overscheduling the way that I did, such that we couldn't even get people through security, it's no big surprise that we are not going to make $5 million within 10 days. We'll definitely be continuing with this, and we'll probably expand the terminal quite a bit next time. Maybe even add in another runway, who knows. I'm also aware there are a lot of features of the game that I'm not using right now. I did go ahead and fire up a baggage claim system just to kind of become familiar with how it works. in addition to some revenue generation. I think people have mentioned advertising and whatnot in some of the comments. I'll definitely take a look at that in the future. Either way, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of proud of having brought this back from the catastrophe that it was, just by spacing out the flights a bit, cutting back. Just that those few open slots that we have really made a difference for us here in terms of our security team being able to keep up. With any luck and some good fuel purchases here, we might be back up near 1 million at the end of the day. We even had a lot more that we could have done here if our cash flow would have straightened out. But clearly people love the bathrooms with a view. 12 janitors, 15 construction people, 21 security, and 11 general staff. The bar doesn't make a lot of money. The store ended up with a tremendous line when I still had it downstairs, so I moved it and just expanded the arcade. Obviously, we'll be continuing with this. I mean, we didn't get to do nearly as much as I wanted to here on the second floor, and we didn't even touch the third floor, so we'll be working on those and probably some additional airport expansion, terminal expansion, that sort of thing here in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. It really helps. Thanks for watching.